I'm on a set of Generation Iron, and I'm taking my new favorite supplement, Game Face. I used to take Alpha Brain, but it's twice as strong, and I'm a big nootropic guy, and I need it when I do films like this. So, like me, I think you should get your Game Face on.
I grew up reading Muscular Development.
Listen,
They told it to you
40s.
straight. Gregg Valentino told it to you straight. Remember that dude?
Oh
with
yeah,
the
yeah,
huge
yeah.
arms?
Well, he what the
Shoot
inject
synthol?
in his arms, make them like balloons. Yeah.
Fucked up, but he would tell you the real.
Well, most of those
And
guys
most of
now.
What the hell's going on, guys? How you doing? We're back in the shithole studio. we're doing our little bullshit here. I don't even know what the fuck about. That's Layla Brada, by the way, in case everybody's wondering. He was at my gym. There we go, right there, right there. That's my boy Paulie DeMeo. That's me on the cover of Muscle Sport Mag. That's the Muscle Sport Mag shirt. And these are the hosts of our video. This Game Face. Matter of fact, I'm going to take the Game Face right now because fucking, I got to tell you guys, we're going to talk about some shit here. I just dropped it on the floor. Did you hear that? I just dropped about 10 of them on the floor. Come on, man. What the fuck? I'm fucking stupid, bro. Let me tell you. Anyway, I'm going to take the Game Face. Game Face supplements. It's nootropic, smart drug. Smokes Joe Rogan's on it. Alpha Brain kills it. 800 milligrams of fucking lion's mane. Like I chew it. I don't recommend it. It tastes like cigarette ashes. But I chew everything because... Oh, in case you're wondering. That's Dave Palumbo's, I'm stepping on these fucking things. That's Dave Palumbo's amino fucking drink there. Blue raspberry or whatever the hell's good. I like that amino drink. I actually drink it during my workout too. I know, fast carbs. Don't drink the guys out in fucking Kuwait. You drink sugar. Don't drink fast carbs. Yeah, fast carbs is what you need to drink. Don't drink amino acid. Amino acid works for me, so fuck off. Anyway, I do take the bullshit. That's, and I'm stepping on over here, man. Anyway. Listen, I just want to talk with you guys. I'm going to tell a story, so simmer down. I know you guys like my stories. I know, the Dell video, we went to Dell video and everything. I'm going to get into that. I'll get into some more training stuff for you guys. If that's what you want, you got to tell me what you fucking want, alright? You got to tell me what you want. But, I just want to address a little bit, just a little bit of, you know, what goes on RX and everything. We're all boys. Okay, we're all boys. Dave, myself, John Romano, Jimmy the Bull. Yeah. I know Jimmy, what? 1991, maybe? 1991, you know? I know all these guys a long time, man. You know, go out to dinner with them and everything. Dave, John, and my boys, you know. And Jimmy's been my boy for a long time. Mr. G, I know Mr. G about 20 years, you know. Georgie, I know his brother too, Bobby, he's fucking crazy, holy shit. But I love them all, and they all got big hearts, you know, and we're all older guys. Now, Johnny Bravo and I have gotten to become friends, maybe 5 years, okay? We've been talking on the internet, we talk back and forth, we talk on the phone, you know, my girlfriend's all into that Lebanese stuff, and he's Lebanese, you know, and, you know, my girlfriend's big with the belly dancers and stuff, you know, it's one of her things, you know, go figure, okay? And even Big Rob. Now, I know that a lot of you guys don't like him, all right? And I just want to get to this. Simmer down. Relax. Relax. You know, I'm a Yankee fan. And I remember, you know, when A-Rod was a Yankee. I liked A-Rod, all right? I liked him because I felt like Jeter's snobby. I have friends that have met both of them. They're cops. You know, Port Authority cops here in New York, and, you know, when their fucking airplanes come in, those are the cops that, you know, they greet them and everything. And he was telling me, my one friend who's, you know, Detective Sergeant was telling me, bro, let me tell you something. A-Rod's alright, but that fucking Jeter's snob, he don't want to talk to nobody, you know, and when he does say something, he almost says, like, sarcastic shit. Whatever. That's fine. Whatever. And I remember Michael K. talking about how come, you know, here A-Rod's won MVPs and all that stuff. And, you know, okay, he didn't hit in the clutch in the World Series like Jeter did. But A-Rod just didn't seem to get the respect. And Michael K. once said it perfect. He said, there's just something about A-Rod that people just don't like him. Just looking at his face and just the way he talks or the way he carries himself, I just don't fucking like the guy. I don't care if he gave out $100 bills. And that's what I said about Big Rob. I said, I like Big Rob, but he's really harmless. Okay, I know. Wait, stop. Listen, I get it. He called the cops, he called the FBI on Joe, Joe's my boy. Okay, I get all that stuff. But guys were also poking at him to do these things. And they like when he goes off and does this shit, Just like I always say to Johnny Bravo's got like a little button, a little shock button. That whenever he says, watch this, I'm going to get Big Rob. Hey, Rob. And he pushes that button and he'll say something. And Rob will be like this and go crazy. And Johnny laughs. But actually, Johnny likes Rob. He likes him. He doesn't dislike him. Johnny's a good guy. Johnny Bravo's a good guy. He gets along with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Now, I get it. There are some of you guys that, maybe the way Big Rob talks, hey, John, and whatever the fuck, however he does that shit, and, some of the things he says, he talks about people's family and everything. He told me he's not going to do that no more, and I told him, don't do that no more. Okay? I get it. But there's also same people accusing him have also talked about his family, and that's a fact, okay? A lot of it's all in fun. I get it. But I don't like to see bullying. I don't like to see anybody, being told, like, shut your fucking mouth, and all that, I don't like that. If that was me, I'd be, let's just say, I'd be very unhappy. And, I would be freaking out. But, I don't like that, And I'm not going to go against my boys. I'm not going to say nothing. I've talked with Dave privately. John knows how I feel and everything. And I understand if he's not liked, but you gotta understand something. I want you guys to listen to me. You don't have to like the guy. You don't have to, he doesn't really, he doesn't really say much on the show, so it's not, I agree when some of you say, well, he doesn't bring much to the show. I understand that, but he's not really allowed to talk, so he doesn't say much. So it's not like, oh, he's fucking ruining the show, and you guys fucking really like it when he's there, and maybe Johnny Bravo or John Romano or Jimmy the Bull or somebody's going after him and telling him shut his mouth and this and that, shut the fuck up, and and even, listen, sometimes I believe that Rob likes that stuff too. Because, when Johnny will make, jokes and make little videos, it's a form of attention. And I think that Rob likes it. And Rob would be the first one to say, I really do love Johnny. I've talked to all these guys personally. Okay? And I know that Rob really likes Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo really likes Rob. Alright? Now, I have a thing about the bullying because when I was younger, I was bullied. Relax, I was really young. Okay? When I was younger, I was, I remember one time I was in 2nd grade, and we used to walk to school. I came from the Bronx, and we used to walk to school, okay? And it was bad. And I remember there was a girl, and I was in 2nd grade. She was big, and she used to bully me. I'm gonna punch your fucking face, and I used to get scared. I didn't even want to walk home in that direction. You know what I'm saying? And then later on, I was bullied by older boys and stuff, you know what I mean? And I actually used to walk onto the highway to come home instead of walking the back road, which leads directly to my house. One time, well, you know what? Let me stop it here, and then we'll get into this for a second.
What's going on? I'm a firm believer in sound nutrition. But sometimes my memory gets a little fucked up. So I take Game Face. And right now, you can get 2 bottles of Game Face and get the 3rd one free. Because I'm sitting right here with the big cheese of Game Face. So, you want to start getting healthy? You want to start eating right? And get your Game Face on. Stop fucking around. GameFaceSupplements.com. My favorite supplement right here. I'm going to take it right now. And, I'm biting it. Salute.
All right, listen, we're back here. I just had to pick up all those things. I'm like over here, my feet are like rolling around on fucking on the game face, you know. Put your game face on. It's not a pre-workout, bro. You're not going to fly from it, but it slowly builds up, and you will feel something during the day. Just feel better. But regardless, you give that to somebody who's older, getting a little chigadas, all older guys, that shit helps. 800 milligrams of lion's mane, but that's neither here nor there, because my shit's firing off right now, which is a good thing. Listen to me. Before I get into my story, now, all right, listen, I've told this story before. I'm going to tell my bully story, okay? I've told this story before, so if some of you said, oh, I've heard this before, Valentino, tell something new. I'm going to tell more new stories. I got a lot with the mother-in-law and all that. I got a ton. But this here, I have to get something off my chest, okay? I gotta tell you something, okay? First of all, you know, when I read the comments, and I read everybody's comment, okay, on RX, I can't always answer all yours, but I see, and when you give me praise, I see it. When you tell me what a piece of shit I am, I see that too, and I don't give a shit, okay? But here's the thing. I'm not a martyr. I'm not, I don't, like one of you guys said, I take the high ground, which is, and I appreciate, I knew what you meant, but I'm not one of those guys like, I'm going to take the high ground, or I'm going to be, you know, I'm Mr. Morals, because I don't really have the greatest morals or high ground, but I'm a righteous man, you know what I'm saying? And I don't like to see people bullied. I don't like to see people hurt. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to, you know, like I don't like I see the shit going on in fucking, you know, over there, and you know, between Russia and Ukraine. I don't care about the leaders. I care about the people. Those fucking poor people is horrible. What's going on over there? I feel like I'm watching World War II stuff. You know what I mean? The leaders, they can all fuck each other. All right, but those poor people, God bless them. If I could go over there, I would. But it's not my fight. Anyway. So I don't like injustice to people. I don't like it, okay? I do not like it. And, you know, people always ask me, if you could do it over again, what would you do? You know, to like if you could do your career over again and start all over again, what would you do? You know what I tell everybody? I'd be a prosecutor, all right? And then maybe I'd be a judge. And I fucking throw everybody's a cocksucker. I throw you all in jail for as long as I could. You know what I mean? 'Cause that's just the way I am. I'm a righteous man. When I was locked up, now, you hear Dave and John, they're talking about, oh, you know, and Aaron Singerman and all these guys, oh, he's already working out and giving stories and, you know, teaching people. Dude, that's because they're in club fed. You know what I mean? That shit, guys are over there, they got laptops, they're fucking calling their girlfriends, well, yeah, I'm sitting in my cell, you know, get the fuck out of here, bro. I didn't have any of that shit. You know what I mean? I wasn't in that shit. I was in a Westchester County jail, which was like fucking, you know, death row was locked down. I was by myself in a room. Sometimes you get locked out, you don't see anybody. That's neither here nor there. I wasn't arrested by feds. I was arrested by Judge Janine. And I did a great video about that. But my whole life, I've been around gangsters. I've been around the worst fucking gangsters. I've met John Gotti Jr., bro. Okay, I was in a club and he was there, Scores, you know, and I was with one of his boys. I don't know him, we're not buddies or any of that shit, but I'm just telling you, I've been around some of the worst fucking murderous gangsters that you could imagine. And I can tell you right now, when you watch guys on the internet, there are some of these guys that are in this industry, I see them bullying people, you know, saying shit like, you know, from one video, they don't like a guy in another video, I'll kick your fucking ass, you motherfucker, you punk, you don't know who you're talking to, I'm from the street, motherfucker, I did. You just showed that you're a punk. That's a punk. Because I'm going to be honest with you. If I had trouble, I'm not going to make a video fucking ranting and raving out, I'll kick your ass if I see you in person and all that shit. You just wait. I know dudes that would sit there and fucking find where you live and sit outside your fucking door when the bushes would rattle. That's the way the fucking real bad dudes do it. They're not going to tell you they're going to do it. They'll kiss you on the cheek, and then when you get outside, you get a fucking bat upside your fucking head. So all these guys that you see, I'm not naming any names. They talk about how tough they are, and I'm with this gang, you know, what's up, what's up, and all this other bullshit. That's all bullshit, bro. Because a true tough guy don't do that. A true tough guy is the guy that stands there, doesn't say a fucking word. And then when you come outside, he comes up from right and taps you on the fucking shoulder, and that's when you get it. Or you might not even see it. Okay? I have a friend who was killed that way. So, he was a bad dude, my friend. And he was fucking shot twice behind the ear. And they found him in a dumpster. So, that's the end of that. Alright? What I'm trying to tell you is, I don't like the tough guy stuff. I don't like when I see guys all over the internet doing this shit. You know, I laugh at that. Because most bodybuilders are pussies. Most of them. Not all, but most bodybuilders got into this shit because the muscles create an illusion. All right. Now, when you see UFC guys and they fucking like, yo, I'll fucking kick your fucking ass. You better watch your fucking back. That's because they have to do that. That's part of the real show. Okay. But you never see Khabib or one of those guys do that. All right. You go fuck with Chamaya there or one of those guys. They'll fucking sit outside your house if they have a fucking problem with you. Do you understand? That's what they'll do. They'll sit outside your fucking house. So stop believing all these fucking guys that talk tough on the internet and how, I'll kick your ass if I see you at an expo or any of that shit. Yeah, okay. That's not a tough guy. Now, I don't like bullying. I'll never like bullying. A bully is a coward. He's only can bully who he wants to bully. Go bully fucking Jorge Masvidal or somebody like that. Go bully somebody who I'll give you props for bullying. Because, we can get away with it. You can fucking prove how tough you really are. Because you won't do it. Okay? You bully some punk that on the internet. You're a punk. You bully some other guy that you can't fucking, know he can't fight. Now, I'm not talking about the Big Rob or John Romano or any of that stuff. I'm talking about guys who make videos about other guys and all that stuff. Now, okay. I'm going to tell my bully story, all right? Some of you have heard this before. And I got to tell you, I still see the guy to this day. He's an old man now because I'm an old man. I'm going to be 62 in August, all right? August 5th is my birthday. I'll be 62, all right? This guy is a year or two older than me. He's like going to be 64 maybe, all right? And we grew up together, and I never forgot it. I never forgot him, and it's been so long that this happened, all right, that I still fucking, when I see him, I'm like a dog staring at another dog. Like I just sit there and I stare, and and if he doesn't really say hello to me, he kind of looks away. But if he, I didn't want to get into it, I didn't want to get into it. My daughter's actually friends with his daughter, but anyway. All right, so let's take a break. Let me cool off because my neurotransmitters are firing off. I don't have energy. I have energy, but not that kind. Not like fucking workout energy. I got brain energy. And all right, let me get my shit together here.
What's going on? It's Gregg Valentino. Sometimes I don't always eat right. Okay? There's good mozzarella there. But I always put my game face on. A nootropic, smart drug, the best out there. Buy 2 bottles, get 1 free. Okay, I'm here with the big cheese right here. And listen, I don't recommend, here's the game face. I don't recommend dipping it in the gravy like that, see? Like a mozzarella stick. But it helps bring it down a little bit. So put your game face on, stop fucking around, buy 2 bottles, you get 1 free. And the price is better than anybody. Nootropic Smart Drug, Game Face, Supplements.com. And start eating a little bit better.
Okay, so I'm going to tell the story. Again, it's a story you all heard. I don't know if I can't, what's funny? Did I do it with Generation Iron? Did I do it with Muscle Sport Mag? Did I do it with Muscular Development? I think I put it in Muscular Development magazine. Gregg Valentino beats up his bully or something like that. I believe it might be on one of those things, but I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to talk to you why this is all important, and why, what this all means, okay? Bullying is something that I once saw a TV show. And I remember there was a guy on there, and he meets his bully. And he was 25 years later, and he was a kid. He was like maybe, he was young. Maybe 10 years old. They were like in, grade school together or middle school, And he meets his bully, and they have the guy, on the show, and the bully doesn't even remember him. He's like, dude, that's just 25 years ago. I don't even remember you. I left that school after, when I went into high school, into a totally different high school. I don't even remember you. You know what I mean? But the kid who was bullied, is now a man, said, I never forgot it, though. You don't understand. My whole life, I fucking, I've slept with hatred and all this stuff, and anxiety. Now, I don't get anxiety. I get very angry, okay? And it makes me get angry when I see other kids get bullied and stuff, you know. My daughter's an MMA fighter, you know, but when my daughter was younger, I saw a boy trying to bully her, and, you know, he was a young boy, and I said some bad things to him, boy, you know what I mean? I'm not even going to tell you what I said, but he got scared, you know, and there's things I shouldn't have said, but, you know, he got to the point and got away from my daughter. Now my daughter fuck him up, you know. My daughter was in maybe 6th grade. Which brings me to my story. I was about 4th grade, I think. 4th or 5th grade, something like that. 4th grade. And this kid was in, I think, 6th. Okay? And we were talking up the street from where I live. And this kid was a big kid. He's one of those kids that got a mustache already, you know, one of those dudes. And I was just this little fucking... I know this may sound crazy to you. I wish my father was here, because he would tell you. I was actually a really good kid, and I was very quiet, which is insane, because I'm total opposite now. You know what I mean? And I was shy. Okay, this first picture of me is when that girl beat me up, used to bully me and shit. She was fucking like 12 years old. I was little like this. I was like 6, 5, you know. I was young. I was in, you know, elementary school. Then, this is what I look like right here. This is when the kid, that's what I look like when the kid that beat me up, you know, the stutter. That's me. That's what I look like. That's the guy he beat up. That's the tough kid. You know what I'm saying? And now, when I was 11, I started, you know, getting jacked without even lifting weights. This is 1 year before I started lifting weights. Look at my abs, my shoulders, my arms, and all that stuff. All right? And then... this first picture is me in the football uniform, but I was 14 here. I wasn't quite 15 yet. And then right here, when I turned 15, was this picture right here. This is what I look like when I beat the shit out of that fucking guy. I was 15 years old. I was an animal, bro. I was like a fucking psycho. I used to box. Everything was crazy. That's me right there, 15. All right. And, we were talking, and it was... two kind of groups of us talking, and, you know, then we all kind of came together, but we're right next to each other, and, I was talking to this one boy, Billy, and, I remember he said something to me that had nothing to do with this other guy. Now, my bully was there, right, and my bully had a bad stutter, like one of those, like that, like really bad. And, you know, I think he might have been bullied for stuttering and everything. And I know when I told this story, there were people who didn't like to hear this story, you know, because they said they thought I was wrong doing this. And if you think I was wrong, that's okay, but not me. I don't think I was wrong, because what he did to me was fucked up, and I'll never forget it. So so me and this kid Billy were talking, and I started laughing really hard. And I don't remember it. You know, I was in 4th grade. I was young. Okay, I don't remember what he was saying. But the guy who stutters, the bully, thought I was laughing at him stuttering. And he came over to me, and he's like, "What are you laughing at?" Punched me right in the fucking face. And he knocked me down and jumped on me with his fucking, like, did a cannonball with his legs. Now, I maybe weighed like 60 pounds, you know what I mean? I was young. And I was small. He fucking, you know, he was already a moose. So, you know, he hurt me. I remember I couldn't breathe. And he started doing a ground and pound and beating the shit out of me, right? And I fucking pissed my pants. Now, remember, I was friends with all the young boys that were there, you know? And then one boy, Billy, grabbed me and pulled me up and helped me up when I got up. And I was crying. My face was all fucked up, right? And I had piss in my pants. And, the kid Billy even said he wasn't even laughing at you. You shouldn't have done that. He wasn't laughing. He was talking to me. And we were laughing at something else. He didn't laugh at you. And the bully's like, "I don't give a shit. I don't like you. I'll fucking kill him again. Get him the fuck out of here." So, Billy walked me home. I went home. I was humiliated. I told my parents. And I was afraid to walk home from school because he lived not far from me. You know what I mean? And I used to walk on a highway to go just so I could avoid walking the back way where this guy was used to wait for me, you know, to throw me a beating again. So finally, you know, my father called up and told his father, "Listen to me. If your son touches my son again, I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to throw you a beating in front of your son. I'm going to tell you that right now. You can call the cops, do whatever you want. My father was a bad dude. Do you want me to tell my father stories? You want me to tell my father? I fucking wish my sister and a bunch of people that know my father. I'll tell you my father's stories. We won't even get in there. My father, forget it. My father used to do a jiu-jitsu that was unheard of. He showed me a jiu-jitsu move that I could show Joe Rogan. I bet you Joe Rogan can't get out of it. I bet you can't get out of it. All right. Anyway, there's no way of getting out of this one move. And I've never seen, nobody's ever done it. My father actually came up with it and all that stuff. But my father used to be able to jump up, get you around the head with his fucking scissors. And like you see wrestlers. He was a very righteous man, though. And he was very family-oriented. So anyway, he called up to father. Father stopped the kid from fucking bullying me. And I don't see the kid no more. Kid goes to, a bigger grade in school. I go to no school. We go to the 6th grade school. We go to middle school. Now I'm in fucking 9th grade in high school. And the kid's a quarterback of the football team now. And he's a big quarterback, And he used to have this fucking stutter. Ready! Like that. And I'm going, this motherfucker's the quarterback. You know what I mean? I was like fucking incensed. And when I saw him now, I had already been lifting weights. You see me what I look like when I was 15 years old? Okay, 16 years old. Hello? Okay, I was already built. I was boxing with Charlie Gasparino from Fox Business News. Yeah, Charlie Gasparino. Google him. Okay, I was boxing with a lot of guys. I used to fucking box all the time. My hands are still a little fucked from some of that shit. Anyway, that's not why I had the hand surgery. But what I'm saying is, I was fucking incensed, and I remember I was just fucking looking at him and stuff. And when we had a scrimmage. And where I was playing linebacker and he was a quarterback, and you're supposed to just come in and touch the guy, and it's just because this is the beginning. We're doing your plays and everything. So now he's got the ball. He calls a play, and I fucking blitz in there, and I fucking lay him out, boom, like this, and he gets up, and he throws the fucking football right at me, poof, like this, and I told him, fuck you, you fucking stuttering, You know what I mean? Because I knew that I wanted to get on his fucking nerves. I don't like to make fun of people, bro. But you gotta remember, this guy made me piss my pants in front of my friends and throw me a beating that I never forgot. I'm an old man now, and I can actually feel, when I tell this story, I can feel the anger in my face. Like, if he walked in this room right now, I might turn this video camera on and show you me biting his fucking nose off. I don't know, I'm fucking nuts. You understand what I'm saying? Let's forget that last statement. Anyway, so I told him, fuck you, I'll fucking knock you the fuck out. And the coach was like, that's it, Valentino, you're not supposed to be fucking, this is, it's supposed to be touching, it's supposed to tackle. Get your fucking ass and go run laps. And, as I ran by him, I spit on him. You know what I mean? I told him, I'm going to fucking kick your ass, you motherfucker. And, at first he wasn't, afraid of me, but I think he started realizing, this fucking, what happened to him, Because now I'm jacked and shit. So run laps, we go in, and I have to fucking go in. I got to take my fucking, my shit off and everything like that. We're in the locker room. I wait outside for him, and I got my boy Joey outside with me. And I told Joe, I'm going to fuck this motherfucker up so bad. Just don't let anybody jump in. And he came out of the fucking locker room. And I said, yo, Stutter, come here. Bang, and I hit him. And I jumped on top of him. And I got to fucking tell you, the little 9-year-old boy that he beat up, me, okay, just fucking came bubbling out like a fucking volcano. I couldn't stop. Okay, I threw him a fucking beat. He was trying to crawl away from me. It looked like them fucking movie from, in the movie Godfather, when Sonny was beating up fucking, what's his name? Who, by the way, I know him, Giovanni. He was kicking him in the ass and hitting him with the garbage bag. I was fucking punching him. I was kicking him in the fucking ass. I was grabbing his head, smacking it off the ground. I was spitting in his face and shit. And the other kids were all like, and, my friend Joe was jacked up too. Joe's the guy I bled on. He passed away. I tell the story about me bleeding on my friend, his dead body and shit. That was Joe. Anyway, God rest his soul. So, I finally let the guy go out. Right? That's it. He crawled away. I fucking beat him so fucking bad. So bad that cops came And I got thrown off the fucking football team. I wasn't allowed on a football team no more. That was it. It was done. My days of playing that game was over with that. And it was so bad, bro. You have no idea. I threw him such a beating. When I would see him in school, I would just stop and I'd stare. And he'd walk through the hall and he'd turn his way like this. He'd look away like that. He wouldn't even look at me. Because I knew I was waiting. I wanted him to say something to me. I wanted, because you know what? It didn't matter that I beat his fucking ass in. It mattered that he fucking violated me. I pissed my fucking pants in front of my friends. That's how bad he beat me up. Okay, I had my father call his father just so he wouldn't beat me up after school. So I couldn't hold all that fucking rage in. I wanted to fight him. I wanted to fight him every fucking day. I wanted to fight him every fucking day. And I didn't give a shit if I got my ass kicked, because he wasn't going to kick my ass. There was no way it would happen. No fucking way. I was too fucking... It was impossible. Okay, because I was fucking crazed. I would have bit the fucking his nose off. I would have pulled the back of his pants down and I would have fucking horrified him. I'm telling you right now, you have no idea. I was like a dude in jail, and I was like fucking incensed. I'm just telling you that, because this is what I'm trying to tell you. It's just like like a woman who was raped, and she goes and she kills her rapist. 20 years later, she still cannot get over it. She killed him. He's dead. But she never got over the way she was violated. This kid didn't rape me, but he fucking... What he did to me with the piss in the pants and the way he did a cannonball on my chest and for nothing. For fucking nothing. Humiliated me. Waited for me every day after school. It's just, would stand in the hallway and make me shit my pants to go to school. And I'm not a kid anymore, bro. I ain't shining shoes no more. Okay? And I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that bothers some of you. Some of you feel like, well, you shouldn't have done that. You should have took the high road. Fuck the high road when it comes to that, because I never got over that. And to this day, he's a fucking older man, and I've seen him recently. Okay? I see him recently, and he knows not to fucking say a word to me. Not to say a word for me. Because... In my brain, in front of all your friends, girls, and everything were there, and I pissed my fucking pants. I had to go home with my parents, and my face was bloodied, all beat up and everything, and there I am with piss, all in my pants, dripping. You know how embarrassing that is? You got a father who you look up to, you idolize your father, and my father was very, kind about it, like, oh, don't worry about it, and he handled it. But what I'm saying is, do you know how humiliating that is? Over nothing. I didn't do a fucking thing. What's going on is Gregg Valentino, and I made a deal with myself for the New Year's. I'm going to start eating good. So that's why I'm eating meatballs. Alright? Because I'm also a New York Guinea, and I talk with my mouth full. Now wait a minute. My girlfriend, she was eating this. She would put this shit on there. It's got her father's picture right there. But I can't handle spice. But what I do... to kick it up a notch is I'll take Game Face. GameFaceSupplements.com. Right there, bro. Buy 2, get 1 free. Nootropic Smart Drug. Put it right on the fucking meatball. Look at that. Okay? Right there. Gotta wash it down with a little root beer. Diet root beer. Anyway. You need to put your Game Face on. Whoa! That's a spicy meatball. So there you go. That's it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that bothers you. Some of you people, the story bothers you. Okay, some of you heard it before. I get it. Oh, well. You heard it again. You could have turned it off. You don't have to listen. Okay? It's just that when I see people bullying other people, I don't like it. Okay? That's where I stand. I don't like it. And I can't be around that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it, I feel like Big Rob does get bullied. I understand he brought a lot of it on himself. I understand that. But he's also trying to change, and you got to give the guy a chance. Okay? I don't care. Okay? That's the way I feel. You don't have to agree with me. You can tell me you're fucking wrong on that. He's annoying. You just don't like him. There's just something about the way he talks, his face, the way he thinks and shit. You just don't like him. There's just, you know what I mean? Like I always make jokes. I say, I talk to God. I say, Jesus, God, You know, I listen to your 10 Commandments. I'm good to everybody. I try to love people. I give to people. My girlfriend and I give to homeless all the time. We give clothes to the church. We give clothes to all these fucking homeless Mexicans. Don't say a fucking word because she's Mexican. Okay, we do all this shit. And what is it, God? Why do you still kick me in the ass sometimes? You know, when God says, Valentino, though you are a good man, there's just something about you that pisses me off. And I think that that's the way it is with Rob. I think there's just something about him that you just don't like his face. I think if he gave you $100 bill, you'd say, thanks for the $100 bill. I get the fuck out of my face. I don't like you. I think that's what it is. That's it in a nutshell. All right? And for the few of you who, I remember when I told the story, I don't remember where I told it. I don't remember if it's Generation. I can't remember. I do these fucking videos. I don't remember how many fucking videos I do. But I remember a few guys saying, oh, dude, you shouldn't have done that. You know, that was wrong of you to do that. No, it wasn't. You weren't there. You didn't have what he did to me. He didn't have to do that to me. And I was a young boy, and I never, ever, ever, ever got over it. And there's times at night where I still have dreams. I'm back to being, young again. This time I'm fucking fighting him, and I'm doing everything I can. But he was way too big until I started getting big. You understand what I'm saying? Yippee. Anyway, so that's the name of that. Alright? I just figured I'd tell you that, we'll talk more about stuff, and I'll have a better video for you. This is just, I had to tell you this, because it's big right now, and everything is going on RX and all that stuff, And this is not just about RX, guys. This is about, I see guys, I'm not going to talk about who I see, but there's guys in this industry that make videos. If I see you hit a fucking thing, I'm going to kick your ass, I'm with the street, I'm with the gangbangers and all. You're not with no gang. You wouldn't even talk like that if you were. You wouldn't even talk. You think John Gotti would get on or Junior Gotti would get on here and be like, let me tell you something, you fuck with me, I'm going to come to your house. And they wouldn't say a word. You'd just be like, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, good, oh, okay. And next thing you know, that's it. I've been around those guys. A lot. I've been around. And I'm going to tell you something. There's a difference between some guy who pops him. Guys that talk are not. It's talk. Alright? It's talk. So. Alright. Anyway, look. I just figured. I don't know why I just saw it. And I know I've showed this before, but I love these plates. My son, I'm going to give them to my son. Here's a little Ferrigno plate. Can you see it? It says Ferrigno. Ferrigno. You know how old this plate is? His father, Matty, gave me this like in 1980. Look at it. It's a little, it's got a little rust and shit on it, but that's it. Ferrigno. Ferrigno International. Right? Can you see that? Ferrigno International. I love these plates, man. You have no idea. I liked Matt Ferrigno. I'm not going to get into the whole loot thing. I already said I'm not going to talk about that. I already said that, but I like Matty Ferrigno. He was a good guy. He was good to me. His cousin, Lou's cousin, and Lou's brother, Andy. Gold. To me, anyway. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had nothing but good to say. Listen. When you get older, your outlook on shit goes a little different, when I was talking to Jimmy the Bully the other day, we were talking on RX and everything, and we've talked about this privately, and even Johnny Romano and everything. We've gone to clubs. I've been to clubs with Romano. I say, dude, we've seen a lot of shit and been around a lot of shit. See, a lot of you guys aren't from New York, and some of you are, But it's a different animal out here, It's a different animal. And what's funny, because Dave brings up the trannies, and I brought up the trannies because I used to work in a gay bar for years, with a lot of, my straight friends and shit. And my boy Paulie, I call him Frankie in the book, my book that's out, because, I was trying to protect his identity and everything, but, we all worked there, and we've seen shit and done shit, you know what I mean? And, we'll talk more about some of that stuff, because I can fucking clarify a lot of shit to a lot of fucking people. Shit that's going on in this world right now, okay? The shit that's doing that shit. Okay, really fast, let me just say something. When you see the government saying, we're going to take care of this, like, minority peoples, transgender people, blah, 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 blah. Think about it this way. if your teacher in school, right, had big fucking thing of candy, and she said, your teacher tells you, I'm going to give it to little Susie and to little Eddie. I'm going to give it to them every day. So here's candy. Eddie and Susie, here's your candy. And they said, thank you, teacher. And they're over there eating it and everything like that, right? And you guys get nothing. And this happens every fucking day. And she talks about little Susie and little Eddie. You two don't have to do homework. Everybody else does. It's not that she really likes little Susie and little Eddie. She may hate their guts, okay? But she's getting you to hate them by giving them stuff. And that's a lot about what's going on today. I won't get into it here. But I can tell you shit that you would fucking, most of you would fall off your chairs. That you have never heard it from my version of it. Okay? But the problem is that a lot of the shit I know and that I can tell you and the real truth to everything that's going on. And I'm not talking about blasting Biden and all that shit. Just enough of that. I'm not talking about that. Okay? I'm talking about what's going on with all this shit. BLM, fucking trannies, If I tell you the whole fucking thing, I gotta watch because freedom of speech is no longer allowed in this country. So I don't know where I gotta do it or how I'm gonna be able to do it. Because I'm gonna tell you the truth. And the truth is something totally different. Okay? Remember, if the teacher really hated those two kids, and she gave them all the attention and fuck everybody else. They don't get to do homework and everybody else did and gave the candy and nobody else got candy. After a while, you know what she'd do? Make the rest of the class hate them. I hate those two fucking kids. I gotta do homework. They don't. You know what I mean? She tells you, okay, now recess. You all have to run laps, but Susie and Eddie don't. You fuck. And they sit back and they're like this. That's because she wants you to hate them. She may hate their guts, but she knows to get you to hate them, she's going to give them something. I'll explain all of that in another video. We'll talk more about that. And I'll open your eyes, okay, about a lot of shit. The problem is, I gotta watch what I do because I'm walking through a minefield when I tell you some of this shit. Alright? Alright. Anyway, thank you for supporting me. I'm not gonna change my views, alright, with the whole thing on RX with Rob or any of that shit. Okay, I'm not gonna, I'm not going to fucking tell him to go fuck himself or anything. Unless he does something stupid, then I'll just be done with him. Okay? That's the way I operate. But I'm not going to fucking humiliate him or fucking do any of that stuff. I'm done. And I don't condone all that shit. It's just me, I don't like to see somebody, like that. You're better off not having him on the show if you're going to treat him like that. And I told Dave that. Dave says, no, it's not fair. I agree. So we'll see. And it's nothing against, again, Johnny Bravo's my boy. I love him to death, and I know he really likes Rob. John Romano's my boy. I love him to death. We're really close. I would stand toe to toe and help him if he was in a war. We'd war together. I don't agree with his views on Rob, but that's we don't have to agree on everything. There's a lot of shit he don't agree with me. Okay, listen. We all piss somebody off. I piss a lot of people off. There's a lot of people hate my guts, they don't like the way I look, the way I talk, my big fucking nose, synthol arm, whatever you want to say. I've told you what I've done, this guy's still to synthol, whatever. You think it bothers me? Get in line. I've been hearing that shit for fucking years, man, over 20 years, okay? Get in line. It means shit to me. Anyway, alright guys, thanks. GameFaceSupplements.com. I don't even know how much they charge for that shit. I just know it's cheaper than whatever. And I do love it. I take it every day. So is my girlfriend. But anyway, she's young. I'm old. We got some good mother-in-law stories coming. I'm going to give you that. I'm going to do more shit in the gym. One day I'm going to knock you all out and put up the Dell video. But you're going to have to wait. I know you've been waiting 10 years. Oh, you can wait 10 years. You can wait a little longer. Alright, fuck me. Stop fucking around. Be good to your old, be good to your wife, be good to your significant other. You're a fucking momo, but I love you fucking momos, okay? And don't be mad at me because of what I said about my bully. I had to do that. And I'm still to this day, even though I took care of it, I still have residue and even dream that I'm fucking 9 years old and that fuck's doing that to me. But this time I'm 9 years old and I'm trying to bite his fucking throat and shit. I wish I could have back then, but I didn't. Capiche? Alright, I'll talk to you later.